Hi, it's Lynette here, guys. Thank you for tuning in to watch and spending your Hogmanay with me or your New Year's Eve. Lisa, Subscription Box Addict, and I had decided to do a collab, and it was how we would do our look for spending Hogmanay at home. I spend every Hogmanay at home unless I'm at my sister's. I'm not one to go out wandering about. Now, traditionally, Lisa would probably be really busy at working, so for her, it was a novelty to spend Christmas at home and New Year's Eve at home. In the hospitality trade, it's notoriously usually a really busy time, so it's nice for her to have the opportunity to spend that with her family. It's just unfortunate that it's the circumstances that she's getting to do that. However, let's make the most of it. I'm going to have some board games, going to have some drinks, going to have some laughs with my boys and my husband. Just really like how it is every year for us. But in Scotland, there's a big tradition of kind of house parties and first footers and what have you. So the streets will probably be very quiet this year, as they should be. Stay at home if you can, stay safe. Remember, wash your hands, 2 metre distance, cover your face, stay in if you can, and just behave yourself. So I'm going to pop a link to Lisa's video below. Please go and pop and watch her video. If you aren't already subscribed, why not? But if you could pop over and subscribe to her channel and just give her some love, that would be really, really appreciated. So now, see how I did it. Hopefully I get this section right. I'm going to pop this in the middle somewhere, and I'm going to leave you all confused because editing is not my strong point. But into the next section and see how I done this. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye. No, not bye. Stay. See what I mean? I'm rubbish. Keep watching. Hi, it's Lynette here, and I just want to say happy Hogmanay to you all. So we're actually filming this on Hogmanay, Lisa and I. We're doing our Hogmanay from home, or if you've not got a clue what I'm talking about, New Year's Eve from home. In Scotland, Hogmanay is kind of bigger than Christmas usually. Maybe not so the past kind of 10-15 years or so, but there's lots of traditions that come with Hogmanay. So you would have your first footers. I think they always had to be tall and dark. I don't know about handsome. They would also have to carry black bun and coal, and they would be the first people who would cross your threshold in the new year. I think, like many people, we also make sure that, you know, the house is kind of spotless for Hogmanay as well. And there's lots of drinking involved. So in Scotland, most of us get 2 days off, or if we don't get the 2 days off, we get the 2 days public holiday to spend. So what I thought I would do is just do a quick look. So I've been playing around. I persuaded Steve to buy me the Babyliss curl magic type thing, just to give my curls a wee bit of definition. So I was playing around with that earlier, and I'd read a tip from somebody that just said, stick your hair up in a ponytail. That's what their mum did when they were using it. So I tried that, but I had too much hair, so I put it in like kind of half ponies and tried it, and then just curled up the front bits. But it was really good fun. I can do a wee video if you want to see it. And when your hair does get stuck, you do kind of panic, but it releases it really, really quickly. So today I have been out and about, picking up some bits and pieces, food, just, you know, all the regular stuff. It's just Steve, the boys and I tonight. And like most of Scotland, we will not be hopefully going out over the door tonight because it's been snowing here. And yep, everybody's going to kind of keep safe and keep well. Wash your hands, face masks, 2 metres distances, and stay at home when you can. That's all I've got to say. So anyway, you still have loads of fun on your own. So today I have picked this gorgeous, gorgeous palette. It's the Emily Edit, and it's the Wants. Now, I think one of my lovely ladies who I chat to, it might have been Sue that sent me this. It was in a Revolution mystery bag. Might be you, Sue. Let me know. If it wasn't, I apologise. So it's got all these colours here. I actually planned to use the Needs palette, but I saw the Wants and I thought I can have a wee play with that. Now it's just going to be at home, so it's nothing over the top, but who knows. I haven't planned this. I don't know what colours I'm using. I'm not going to be spending too long on my base and everything, so I've already got some foundation on from earlier, a wee bit of eyebrows you'll see. So what I'll just do is I'll just go over my eyebrows, I'll put a concealer on, things like that. So I'm just going to start now, and I'm actually just going to use the mirror from the palette. I'm doing this collab with my friend. I nearly forgot to say, that's terrible. I'm doing this collab with Lisa Subscription Box Addict. I contacted Lisa and I said, look, do you fancy doing this? And we put it off and put it off, and we were kind of like, right, okay, why don't we just film it when we're actually getting ready? So that's what we've decided to do. So this will be going up tonight about 8 o'clock, all things kind of being well. So hopefully you're on your way to being merry. Up in Scotland, we normally have, in Edinburgh, we normally have the big street party. So it just started off, I think everybody used to go to, they used to go to somewhere else in Edinburgh. It wasn't Princes Street. And then people started going to Princes Street, and then they started to put bands and things on, and then they had to start paying for tickets after there was a crush one year. And so it's developed into this big annual thing with fireworks and bands, and people come from all over the world. But yeah, that'll not be happening this year. And everybody kisses everybody. So, and if you're claustrophobic, it might not be for you. Certainly it isn't, it's not my cup of tea. I'd rather watch it on telly, to be honest with you. But that's because there's nowhere to pee and I hate crowds. Quite happy to sit in a pub, to be honest. When the pubs are open, eh? I've not been to a pub for ages. I think last time I went to a pub was after work. Last time I was at work was March. So, yep. So I would normally actually spend New Year's Eve at home, or pop over to my sister's. Not normally one for going out. You maybe in the past you'd be able to go around and everybody was having parties and stuff, but it kind of seems to almost have died out up here. We will see. Maybe next year everybody will go back to having these big house parties, and you could just walk in and you could go to anybody's, you know, you could just go to anybody's party. As long as you had a drink in your hand, you were welcome anywhere. So yeah, my husband's not a really big drinker either. So now anyway, he used to be. He used to like a good drink. But Brandon let him try Disaronno and Coke. So he thought that was quite nice. So he had a couple at Christmas, so he might have a couple tonight. I've got a huge selection of gin. I love flavoured gins. Vodka. I picked up Tesco, were doing an offer on Grey Goose, so I picked that up. Fizzy stuff, wine, and bottles of Corona, and that's the only time you'll hear that word on my channel. Yep, bottles of Corona. I've actually got lime wedges to go with them as well. I've chucked them outside because I've no room in the fridge for the juice or the beer or anything. So I've chucked them outside to chill. And in some parts of Scotland you wouldn't want to do that. It might not last, or it might just freeze completely. Obviously I don't put my vodka and gin out, I just leave those in the kitchen. But the soft drinks and things, and the beer, or the lager, it's not, technically I don't think it's beer, is it? It's a continental thing to call it beer, isn't it? So yeah, Lisa and I have been really good pals for since we kind of met each other. We actually met each other through the comments section, I think, on Michelle Lightning Lass's page. And we got chatting. Lisa's hilarious. I met up with her kind of not this summer, but the summer before, down in Manchester. Her and Angela, and we had a ball. It wasn't long enough, to be honest with you, but it felt like we'd known each other forever. Of course, Lisa's got a family in Manchester, and I think her husband has as well, which is why they were in Manchester, because Lisa and I live at completely opposite parts of the country usually. So Angela's down kind of North England, and I'm East Coast as well, so not too far from Angela on the train, about an hour and a half. So I met Angela in Newcastle, and then we got the train down to Manchester, because the train station in Manchester was like, I've never seen, honestly. I was a bit blown away by the size. I was like that when I went to Heathrow and Gatwick. Edinburgh Airport's not that big. So yeah, she lives at the other side of the country normally, so it was really good to catch up. And last year they were going to come up to visit me, and kind of we were kind of hoping during the festival. So we were hoping this year, you know, that we could have gone to see, like, let them experience the festival, because Edinburgh's amazing during the festival. It's probably a pain when you're trying to work and you're trying to get around and you've only got like half an hour for your lunch and there's tourists everywhere. But outside of that, I'm just looking for my blusher. Outside of that, if you take some time to enjoy it as a tourist, it's fantastic. So people come from all over the world to perform as well as to come and watch the festival. And you might think, oh, it's not my cup of tea, but I kid you not, there'll be something for everybody. And they do like the children's festival as well, which is really good. So there's lots of performances. A lot of them are free, a lot of them aren't, that you can take your children to as well, kind of try and get them into going to see shows and things. A lot of the shows are interactive, so if you're going to see an interactive show, I think my friend went to see Trainspotting, and yeah, if you've ever seen the film, yeah, I think she'd been pre-told that it was interactive and that she would get covered in whatever the stuff was flying around. But there's all sorts. There's ballets, there's operas, there's, you know, different plays, there's comedians. I mean, I am such a cop-out, I usually go and see a comedian during the festival. But they also do, at the start of the festival, they do like 2-for-1 tickets before it actually starts. So it's like they're like kind of trial, as it were. You know, their practice run, if you were. So you can get a lot of tickets cheap then. So it's quite a good idea actually, if you want to make it a bit cheaper, to do it the Monday and Tuesday before it kind of officially kicks off. Oh, I've scattered my makeup all over here, so I can't find what I'm looking for. So you're probably thinking, what's she up to? What is she doing? Yeah, I'm probably going to end up with a different lipstick look if I can't find my lipstick. So anyway, I'm going to start. This palette is massive. I think I'm just going to go over the whole eyelid with cream and then do my crease with Oh Heaven and then see where it goes from there. So yeah, Lisa was really looking forward to coming up, and she was just going to stay with me during the period, but yeah, that didn't happen. So hopefully next year. Christmas time in Edinburgh is usually really fun as well, because we've got the German market, which is nice, and the big wheel usually goes up, and yeah, just not the same this year. And then I think they do, during the festival, they do this thing called the Hot Dub Time Machine. I think it's all different music and stuff, and they do that at Christmas as well. And then there's, in George Street, they usually put up the lights, and it's like an archway of lights, and one of the buildings across has like things projected onto it, and they did a silent disco one year and managed to get tickets for that. So just loads of different things that aren't on this year, which is a shame. No pantomimes as well. Those are right, aren't they, at Christmas time to have a pantomime? So I've said to my boys, I'm like, I don't care if you're too old, next year we're going to a pantomime. And the zoo have started doing things. Oh, I think that colour's maybe it's not matte. I wanted a matte shade. So the zoo have started to put on like lights as well at Christmas time, as well as the Royal Botanical Gardens. They do like a light display as well, which looks beautiful. So next year, they're still on at the moment, but next year I'm definitely going to make sure I'm organised and I get some tickets. So no, I'm not really one for standing in the cold, which is why the Princes Street thing does not appeal to me. But I love watching it on the telly. I love going to, I've been quite lucky in that a few years ago, my husband was able to get us tickets through his work for to sit in the gardens for the fireworks. The fireworks, the end of festival fireworks are amazing. They are amazing. They're such good fun as well. And to watch the fireworks kind of cascade down the castle, which is the setting, it's just something else. I always think when you come into Waverley Station, when you come in, Haymarket's maybe not the same, but when you come into Waverley, you come into the view of the castle and in the gardens, and it's just beautiful. And I know it's home, but it really is such a beautiful place to come when the train comes in. So yeah, I've not been on a train since February, I don't think. Usually travel to Glasgow regularly with work. And I was supposed to be going up to Inverness for work, but that's not happened. But when I travel to Inverness, I always say I'm going to go in the summer. I'm not going to plan to go in the winter because they can get some bad weather. I think Kate is based kind of up there. I was trying to I nearly said her Instagram name. I'm trying to think of her channel name. It's KASW on Instagram, but I can't remember your channel name, Kate. That was terrible. So yeah, she's based all the way kind of up there. I think it's kind of like it's 2.5 hours here to Aberdeen, but when I think if you're going up to Inverness, it's like a further 2 hours on the train or something. It's a trek. So I think she comes down sometimes to see her daughter, who's based in Edinburgh as well. So I need to catch up with her for a coffee one next time she when things are back to normal and she's organising that. So of course I met the amazing Marie. Was it last winter, last January I think it might have been, or November time. It might have been November. I met Marie. She was up in Edinburgh, a treat. Her husband had treated her, so we met up and went for a coffee, and she was just the loveliest person. And you know that way, it was like when I met Lisa and Angela, you know them, you chat to them. Because Lisa's husband was hilarious. He was like, are you way off to meet the internet weirdos or the internet psychos or something? And my sister kind of said something similar. She was like, how do you know these people are like who they say they are? And my husband just didn't bat an eyelid. He was like, I have fun. It's like, yeah, well. So I just put hobby in to, there we go. That's a nice colour. So I need to work out what I want to do next. My eye looks end up really, really dark and I don't want to do that. So I just want to go, I do want to go in with a nice bright colour now. But I feel like I need to kind of put something more in the crease. So what will I go into the crease with? I just don't want to really ruin this look because I don't have time to restart. I think I'm going to go in with this colour here, Dues Paid. I've paid my dues. Yeah, that's nice. Kind of orangey, but not a massive... Orange doesn't suit me, but it's only a little bit. Just to darken up the crease a little bit. Lisa's much better at makeup than me. I can do my makeup, but when it comes to looks, she's really good. But I always say I'm just doing this for fun. You know what I mean? I'm not doing a tuition, by the way. Yeah. You're never going to pick up many tips from me, but I just think it's fun to do a little collab with one of your friends and have a blether as well on New Year's Eve. I actually meant to bring a drink up with me and I don't have a drink, so what is your drink this evening? Coffee, water, juice, vodka, gin? We'll see. I think I'll have a couple of Coronas first and then see where the mood takes me. This ring light only has one colour, I think I've already said, and it's quite a stark colour, but at least you're kind of getting to see the colours. Where when I don't use the ring light, you can't see the colours. So it's one or t'other. One or t'other. Right. I need to put a colour on, right? So I was going to use my, I've got a Dose of Colours palette, which is beautiful, and it's got lots of sparkly ones. And I thought about using that, but I thought, oh, I'll bring this one out. I'm going to go for Bell Violet. Let's see how it looks. And I can pop some under my eyes as well. My greasy fingerprints all over this. So I've picked up this. This was in one of the, just a cheap kind of makeup set I think I had, eyeshadow set. But it's a really flat brush, so it's really good for putting down kind of the shimmery colours that can often swatch well, but don't often translate well onto my eyes. Do you see what I mean? You can hardly see that colour. So quite wet as well. It feels wet, you know, when you're putting when I'm putting my brush through it. I don't want to make this video too long, guys, by the way. And alright, I'm going to go in with the top story, which is the gold. Oh wow, that is, can you see that? It's like digging in damp sand. Now, sometimes, I'm not going to lie, sometimes you're just better going in with your finger. Oh, this is bizarre. It is actually, it looks wet. I'm just trying to make my looks, all my looks end up looking quite dark and smoky, because I usually go in and do the darken up, deepen up the crease, but I can go too dark sometimes. But I want to keep this quite light, but add in the kind of glitter. Oh, today would have been a perfect excuse to get the glitter glue and get the glitter on, wouldn't it? But hey ho. This is just my sitting in the living room. I think if I go down in full, if I owned a ball gown, if I went down in a ball gown and tiara, could you imagine? So what I want to know is, right, so for you guys that are watching at the moment, are you going to be sitting in your pyjamas nice and cosy, or have you decided to get glammed up? Now, when I was growing up, we always kind of got glammed up for Christmas, even though we never ever went anywhere. When I mean glammed up, I always mean something new, a party dress. My mum always did her hair and her makeup, and then I discovered that some people lounge about in their jammies all day. So I just love the different things that people do. I'm putting a lilac under here. Put a little lilac under my eye, just because you weren't really able to see it on my eye. Right. So in 2021, I am looking for a palette. I don't care who it's by, how much it costs, because I'm cutting right back on my spending. So I'm quite happy to buy one really decent palette. I want something that's quite pigmented as well. And I thought I'm going to come on and ask you guys if you're still with me at this point. So there we go. So I'm just going to put on some eyeliner. So yeah, if you're still with me at this point, what is your go-to, or what is your best kind of palette? I don't care if it's old either. I'm looking for something super pigmented with some great colours. And something that I will pick out again and again and again. You know, your go-to palette. I mean, maybe you haven't bought it. Maybe you're just lusting after it. Righty-ho. Right, I'm going to pop off and I might try and put on some false lashes. We will see. But I'll pop back once I've done my eyeliner because this one's run out. See you in a minute. I wanted to come on and say at least I managed one eye with the magnetic eyelashes. But it's kind of a gust of wind and I think it's going to fall off. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe my technique's rubbish. So I'm going to use my trusty Bare Minerals lipstick. I'm going to take that lash off. I feel like RuPaul. Fabulous. So they come off really easily. They're the magnetic ones, but yeah, I'm probably doing something wrong. I maybe need a bit longer to play with them. But for a relaxed kind of night in the house, I probably wouldn't bother. And I've actually run out of liquid eyeliner, so I used the green colour in the palette. However, when I went over with the magnetic eyeliner, I kind of went over it a little bit. I'm just going to top off with some mascara. I'm back to my trusty wee crappy mirror, by the way. My other mirror is in my drawer that's just opposite. I could actually just reach and get it, but so yeah, once you've done here, don't forget to go and check out Lisa. I will put her video as soon as it's up in the description below. So lashes are kind of, I think they're more natural for me, to be honest. So anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to go away and try and do something with my hair. I might kind of tie half and half back. I'm not too sure, but anyway, you'll see that in the final shot when I come on and show you my look at the beginning. Confusing. Anyway, have a lovely New Year's Eve. Have a lovely New Year, and here's hoping 2021 is better than 2020. And let's put it this way, I think it would be hard not to be. So speak to you soon, guys. Bye. See you in 2021.